Well, hello, welcome back to the Fish Locker out on Keith's boat. Now, myself and my friend Tom Rowe are out skate fishing. Keith, Tom's uncle, is hiding just up the front. We've been fishing in an area for how many? A couple of hours now.
Yeah, we started around after lunchtime.
I was reluctant to start a video because I thought I might jinx us early on. I should have started the video. We started off with a couple of pin whiting and we're thinking, oh no, a couple of shy bites. Then the thornback rays came on. How many have we had? Half a dozen?
Yeah.
Best one's probably been £7 or £8. All of them female, funnily enough. Tom was just saying that he suspected that the thornback rays would come on and then the skate would follow it. He was right. Straight away afterwards, Tom landed one. I'm going to talk to you about what? 2.5 hours?
No, yeah, just a slight over.
It took him about half an hour to get to the boat, and it was 77 inches long and 59 inches wide. So we haven't worked it out yet. And I'm actually just bent into one now. So I've set the hook into it. It's just sat on the bottom. All you've got to do really is just keep solid pressure on it, and eventually it will tire. Then you can start working it up in the water collar. It's just my standard heavy fishing setup. It's an Ugly Stick GX2 3050 and it's the TLD 20 and it's a 2-speed reel. Just got my normal Spectra braid on, and on the business end I think I've got is it 3 or 4 foot hook length of 300-pound triple fish, ending in a I think it's a 10-0 Cox and Roll meat hook. The bait that we're using at the moment is frozen mackerel and octopus. I'll turn the clicker on so you can. Just pulling against the fish. It's just sucked itself. It just sucked itself into the mud. So all you have to do is keep solid pressure on it, and eventually the bend in the rod fights the fish. Eventually the fish will tire and you'll be able to pull it out of the mud and work it up in the water collar. Tom's actually got in a bite on the other rod. So all he's done is we're fishing the rods on the ratchet over on the side in rod holders. So as soon as you get a bite you'll hear the ratchet click like this. Oh, 1 second. Like that. There, look, it's just missed it.
Missed it?
Yeah.
Come back round.
Now there might be a few of them down there competing, so if you drop it straight back down again, another one might pick it up. I'll have to try and make some headway on this fish.
There's a small thornback.
What depth of water are we in, Keith?
165 foot.
So as far as skate fishing goes, we are relatively shallow.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
What you don't want to try and do, and what I see plenty of people do, is they try and bully it too early. Try and put their back into it too much, and they end up tiring themselves out or breaking their tackle. The fish is definitely stronger than what you are. You just need to tire it out. Now look, I've just dislodged it out of the mud and it's just moving up slightly now. It's not unusual for him to go back down to the bottom. Now look. There, that little bit of line that I'd just gained on it, it's just taken it all back. It's just buried itself back in the bottom again, so you've just got to hold pressure, and when you can move it, try and work it up in the water column. As I'm still fighting this fish, well, as this fish is still fighting me, should I say, I'm getting another bite on that rod.
So if it's anything massive.
Tom, if you just want to show them show them the reel. We're currently testing that out.
The new Achios F15 Nitro.
We're hoping to put it to the test against a skate to see how it handles it.
More of those ragworms.
So we'll see.
These fish just dropped the bird.
Don't make any headway on it. Right. Just had a good bite on that rod while I'm still being beaten senseless by this fish. I don't know if you can see the rod there, but can you see the bite on it? Just watch it back. Can you see it? That's the type of bite we're looking for. Go and get amongst them.
Give me a phone back.
What a hell of a job getting this fish out of the mud. At the point where I'd leant into the rod as much as I dared without breaking the rod, and it still wasn't giving. We're just about to slacken off to try and let it see if it'd come out itself, or if it was going to move, or if we could do something with it, and it started moving. Do you want to? I will deal with it as and when. Thinking, because when I get this up to the back of the boat, I'm going to need to move that rod. Fish back. Take time, man. Knew it.
Snapped rod. Yep.
I've got the ring. What side do you want? Left or right?
Yeah, right hand gloves, please. Well, like I was saying about the rod's actually snapped. Anyone who was questioning whether or not an ugly stick GX2 3050 is capable of landing a skate, there's your answer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to handball it and take it to the town and have to get used to winding over here. Careful, don't want to pull the line against there, so keep that more of an angle. No, no problem. I'm going to have to try and handball it. Get Tom to wind it onto the reel. Between us, with a snapped rod, Tom managed to wind it in, and I handballed the fish, and there it is. Easily well over £100. We'll get it up to the side, we'll get a measure on it. Oh, she is a big one. You can see the bait just in the corner of its mouth. Let's get it over to the back of the boat, we'll get a measure on it. Just get away now. Go from the back of the tail.
I get a wing on.
I'm going to try and keep her in the water. Just because she's that big, we don't want to cause her any drama. Run that down slowly. 79. 79 at now. Well, that's 79.5 inches long. And we'll you let her tail go on it. Oh no.
Alright, why not bring the tail back? I'll get these leeches off in the process.
I don't know if you can see there. I'll try and get the camera. If you can see these leeches. See them stuck on her side? Yeah, look. To the middle and half it. To the middle and times it by 2.
Right, that's an there. 29, no,
31.
31.
So it's 31 to the middle. So we'll call that 62 across.
And if T-bar?
Just chuck us a T-bar.
There's one just under.
There we go.
Right, I'll let you go.
Let her tail go, mate. I'll go.
Just on the back there.
There she goes. Tom's found a skate.
Possibly a large storm, but
Oh,
it's just a soft rod.
yeah. Taken on the Achios Nitron. It is a really nice rod. That's one of the original ugly sticks.
Leader.
Thornback ray. Don't you high stick that rod. There we go. That, as we said, with a skate bite, it just pulls drag off. So it's not a thornback ray bite like before. It's giving it, you can see, increase the drag, take the ratchet off, wind down, set the hook. Still there?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to put that ratchet on. Just so when it turns around and runs back, we can hear it going to the bottom. Right. That noise is the fish returning back to the bottom. You'll often hear them go like zzz, 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 and it's a wing flap. Talk to you about the catastrophe that was my rod. Now, I use and I recommend these GX2s for a lot of fishing. Wrecking, conger fishing, ling fishing, shark fishing even, these have been fine. As you can see, it didn't survive the skate. It snapped it right at the join. That's where the gimbal is. Now the reel was fine, the line was fine, the rod just wasn't having it. And then you'll see in the video I wasn't high sticking it, it just failed under tension. I could feel as I was laying into the fish and trying to pull it off the bottom, I could hear little tiny splinters and cracks, which was just the carbon inside. And that's it, it just went. We managed to land the fish. All we had to do, it was a team effort in the end. Keith held the rod, Tom wound the reel, and I handballed it. I just had a pair of gloves on and I just pulled it up by hand. Now it was a bit risky doing that, because if I'd had it wrapped around my fingers at any point in time and it decided to go back to the bottom, it could have been a bit dangerous, so we needed a couple of people to do it. But it was released, it was a decent sized fish. Yeah, we'll have to retire this one now. In the meantime, Keith's lent into what looks like a decent sized skate. The night's just starting to pick up, I think, and unfortunately we're down one rod now. We'll see how it goes.
I'd possibly pump that lead.
Once it decides to go back down. You stopped it, or did you manage to do it?
I stopped it.
Well done. You gonna have another go?
It's still tugging like that. Here it comes back up again.
One of the things to be careful of when we're fishing multiple rods is that the lines don't cross. There she is. There's a fish bite. Right, I'll go and T-bar that one off. You just keep an eye on that rod there. A cracking fish there, mate, well done.
Yeah, cheers.
We're just rigging back up to get baits down. Tom's just going to really quickly talk you through the rigs that we've been using.
So we've got our braided main line, about 10 foot of 150 pound rubbing leader, a cheap boom, we don't have to have anything complicated.
You made them up yourself, haven't you?
Yeah,
a piece of
just a bit of pipe, snap swivel, cheap, bead.
You have a bead on there so that the boom doesn't slide down and lock over the swivel.
Cox and roll coast lock swivel, nice and strong. And then we have a short snood. Don't like anything long, deep hooked fish. And we register the bite nice and early.
And this is a 10-hour Cox and roll meat hook.
Yes. I just like a bit of tubing, bit of resistance.
We've been keeping all the baits in a bucket there so that they thaw out and so that they don't leach out. So all the baits, when they've been pre-made, all sit in the juices, so it soaks them through twice.
So we've got a half a mackerel here. So we've got some clicking away in the background. Just slide the mackerel fillet up the line for now. Get some cuttle that John's managed to catch. Not locally, I must stress.
No, those are Cornish cuttle.
We just force these together.
Right, so you've made a cocktail bait.
Yeah.
You're going to lash it together with bait elastic so it's a nice streamlined one, so it doesn't spin up when you lower it down.
Don't be shy with the elastic.
Yeah, skate they aren't finicky feeders. They won't be put off by a little bit of elastic. But there are other fish down there, like dogfish, spur dogs, thornback rays. They will chew a bait up. So it's better to have it bound up
When you can use his
and you
elastic.
can find his elastic.
The main thing is a nice hook point.
We have been using octopus as well. So mackerel, cuttlefish and octopus. No preference on the baits, though, have the thornbacks. We've had thornbacks on cuttle, mackerel and octopus, and we've had skate on everything as well.
I think down there it's so deep, you know, they can't afford to be picky. Nice and messy job. John keeps his hands clean.
Right, the beauty of that, as you can see there, let me just stop a second. A nice streamlined bait, well bound, hook point well proud, and he's got a little bit of
Just a little bit of tubing.
loomy tubing on there,
Stops them chewing through. Well, protects the mono slightly.
and the leads that we've been using have been everything from from 8 ounces to 12 ounces. Lowering the bait over the side. The key is you make sure that the hook length is out straight before you lower it, so it's straightened out in the tide so it doesn't tangle up. And then you lower it. Oh, there's a fish there. Right there. Right. Tom will deal with that and I'll show you how to lower it. All we've done is we've backed the drag off enough so it lowers down slowly on the drag. If it lowers down too quickly, it drops too quickly, the hook length comes up and twists around. So all we'll do, lower it like that, you can see, and when it reaches the bottom it'll just stop and you just engage the ratchet. Now that this one's reached the bottom, you can see it stopped running, and all we've done is engage the ratchet there, look. So it's a bit tight. So that if a fish picks it up, it takes no resistance and gives an audible alarm that there's a bite. See the fish? We were just at the point where we're packing up. I'll just turn my headlamp on. We were just at the point where we're packing up. We've had a great day's fishing so far. So we'll just wander rods in. Tom had a skate sat on top of his bait. Someone's what is it? Well, there's a bit of alright, yeah. He's doing a great job at playing another skate.
It's not ideal when you fancied your barbecue.
Yeah, we've got we're gonna have a barbecue in a minute, so he's trying to get out to the boat in record time. You see there, he's got it moving in one direction by winding down and lifting up, keeping constant pressure on the rod. Again, the tackle he's using is a TLD. Just great basic reels, aren't they? Well, Tom did a fantastic job landing that last skate. Just as I was going to go and T-bar it off, I'm just getting the camera ready, the hook just popped clean out. So he did a fantastic job getting it outside the boat. Another big fish as well, another easily £100 plus fish. So that was 4 skate. Some fantastic fish. How many thornback rays?
Maybe even on into the teens.
Yeah, at least 10, maybe 11 or 12. A couple of little tiny pin whiting. It all seemed to pick up. I think it was probably, as we were talking about, it was the turn of the tide. As soon as the tide started flooding into the ebb, all the fish seemed to come on. We had pin whiting come through first, and then we had thornback rays, and then on the skate come on, and then we were catching thornback rays in amongst the skate. So we're not sure if they kind of hang around together, but we know that skate eat thornback rays. I hope this has been interesting for you. I hope it's shown you the rigs and the tackle that we used. I hope it showed you also what tackle probably isn't good enough to use. That ugly sticker man snapped straight at the join. They've had some fantastic fish on those, but it's just not up to the sheer weight of these fish. I wish you all the best. Have a good one.